Good morning, adventurers. Welcome to Happy Trail Backpacking, and today we are off on an adventure at Great River Bluffs State Park in Minnesota. So I drove down to southern Minnesota last night, and nearby Great River Bluffs State Park is a section of the Richard Dorr State Forest, which allows dispersed camping. So I'm here in a small little dirt parking lot in the Richard Dorr State Forest. And it looks like the sun is coming out. It's going to be a beautiful day. I'm going to have some breakfast, and then I got about a 20-minute drive to Great River Bluffs State Park. I'll see you guys at the trailhead. Alright, adventurers. We're here now at Great River Bluffs State Park. I drove to the end of the road at the picnic area here. And we're going to start from here. I kind of got two hikes picked out. One of them is like 6 miles, I believe. Maybe a little over 6 miles. And then the second one is like 2 mile out and back. Like I said, we're starting here at the picnic area. Down in the description, I always leave the where I start from, the trailhead. Link for that and the map for my hike on Gaia GPS down in the description, as well as the gear that I have in my backpack and stuff. We got some great sights to see today. Some pretty good overlooks. First one's coming up right here in just a sec. But it is 41 degrees, and it is a beautiful day today. The sun is shining, but it's a little windy today. But beautiful, partly cloudy sky. The sun is shining. It's supposed to get up to, this afternoon, it's supposed to get up to 55. 55 degrees. We'll see if this jacket ends up coming off. Huh? Anyway, there is no snow here. Part of the reason for me choosing this location. Trying to get away from the snow. Here's a map to give you a good idea. We started right here at the picnic area. A red dot. We're going to go see these overlooks here, and then we're going to be hiking all the way down here to these overlooks. And then back. And then we're going to be doing another hike later. Alright, let's get started this way. I got here, it is a Sunday today. It is 8 in the morning. And I'm the only person in the park. There's nobody else here. Which is kind of surprising because I've heard some great things about this park. A lot of people online and stuff that I've seen when they're asked like their favorite state park or great areas, this one comes up a lot. And I already see why. Look at this. The Great River being the Mississippi River, obviously. The Great River Bluffs. And the Bluffs being the bluffs in the driftless area. And it is the section where the last ice age, the glaciers that covered most of the region, skipped this area, so it didn't get flattened out. And that's why I got all these nice big bluffs and stuff. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, approaching our first overlook, the North Overlook. Wow. So this sign over here shows that this is the Black River Delta. The Black River is flowing in through here, and this is the River Delta flowing into the Mississippi. Bald eagle, look at that. Wow. What a great start to the day. Ladies and gentlemen, the South Overlook. So here at the South Overlook, which is amazing, by the way. I always try to save the best for last, and then sometimes I come to these overlooks and I'm like, maybe I should have saved this one for the last. You never know. You never know. So it's kind of a guessing game. But this ridge here behind me, that's where our trail pretty much follows this ridge all the way around. And we're going to be going over to this bluff over here, and there's going to be some more stuff over there. Oh, just amazing. These birds just flying all over the place. There's I think another eagle soaring over there. It might be a little far away for the camera. Oh, just with the sun peeking through, reflecting on the river, just gorgeous. What a day. All right, we got a short little road walk here, but Great River Bluff State Park originally started, the state park was planned as O.L. Kipp State Park. In 1963 it was planned, but landowners in the area were unwilling to sell, so they couldn't get the land. Then in 1971, Richard Dorr State Forest, a section of it that was located here, was transferred over to the Minnesota Forestry Division in 1971. and they decided to change the name to Great River Bluffs. And the whole idea was to protect these bluffs along the Mississippi River. And then it finally ended up opening to the public as Great River Bluff State Park in 1976. The park also contains a couple of scientific nature areas within the park, which protect a couple of rare ecosystems, which they call goat prairies. Prairies that they're on very steep slopes, but they're facing the sun, so they have nice grassy steep slopes. Right, here's a nice little overlook. You can see over there is the south overlook. So we've hiked all the way around, and now we're on the bluff that was across. Beautiful. You can see all the hills in the background. Love it. This is kind of odd. Looks like that fell into the V of the tree here, and then it grew around it. Ladies and gentlemen, I just turned the corner. Alright, such a beautiful overlook, isn't it? I'm going to take a short little break here, eat a little more breakfast. The hill here kind of blocks the wind, so it's kind of calm right here, and the sun's shining on it. It's nice. It feels good. So I want to chill here for a little bit. Awesome. It's just awesome. There's two bald eagles circling down there fishing. Oh, now they're leaving. Going to a different fishing spot. This time I did the same. Sat here for a good 15 minutes. Ate some cheese sticks. Oh, I didn't even notice this. There's another group of birds over there. It looks like some more bald eagles, like 6 of them. Swarming around the buoy over there. Awesome. One thing that would have been nice is if they would have put a bench here at this overlook to sit. I just sat on the railing. But I've always said this area down in the driftless area along the Mississippi River is one of the best places I've ever seen to see bald eagles. Every time I'm in this area, I see bald eagles all over the place. If you want to see bald eagles, this is the place to come to, right along the Mississippi, down in southern Minnesota. That's where they all live. Just behind me over there is the campground. Looks like your basic state park drive-up campsite. But it is closed right now. When I drove up, I originally was going to start my hike down here and hike around, but when I got here, the campground was closed. The campground is open from April 29th to October 23rd every year. I don't know why those dates, that seems late in the spring. But anyway, that's when it's open. First flock of geese I've seen flying back north for the springtime. All right. So what this sign here says, you can see this road is Kearns Road, aptly named because this valley here is Kearns Valley. This is all Great River Bluff State Park over here. Over here, though, there is a small goat prairie right on the edge here. You can kind of see it sticking out a little bit. And then if you can see over here, this road going through here, that's Interstate I-90. Awesome. That overlook was called the Hill of Many Timbers Overlook. Alright, we got a short little hike over to the next overlook. There are parking lots at most of these overlooks, or at least places to park. So if you don't want to hike the whole 6.5 whatever miles that I'm going to be hiking today, you could come during the open season, which is basically May through October, and you could park right at the trailheads and walk out. There are Cardin campsites here as well. I'm passing one right here. You can get a little cart, like a wheelbarrow. You can wheelbarrow stuff out to your campsite. Valley. just started raining. So odd. And there's like 4 eagles circling up there. All right, back here at the car at the picnic area. The picnic tables here are nice and dry and clean. I'm going to take like a half an hour for lunch. I have a sandwich and chips, some string cheese, and then we got a another hike. All right, folks, we are here at Kings Bluff Trailhead, and this is the hiking club trail. Just to mention this, if you're not from Minnesota, or maybe if you are, the hiking club is a state club where you can send in for a book, and there are specific hikes in each state park in Minnesota. I think there's like 86 or something state parks in Minnesota, and each one has a hiking club trail designated as the hiking club trail, and you can go and hike those, and they leave a password, a sign with a password on the trail, and then they send you a book that you can keep track of all these passwords, and then you can like send that in for like a patch or something. I've pretty much done at least the parks that I've gone to. Most of them I've done the hiking club trail, but I never signed up for the book, and I wasn't doing it officially. I was just doing it for my own amusement. But this is the hiking club trail for this state park, the Kings Bluff Trailhead. Snow, everybody. ladies and gentlemen, King's Overlook. Alright, so this is King's Bluff Overlook. We're on King's Bluff right now. That over there is Queen's Bluff. Now, Queen's Bluff is a scientific nature area, and it's super protected. Apparently, you can't even go in there unless you have a science permit. So, that grassy area on top of the bluff over there, that's goat prairie. Now that's the rare ecosystem that they're trying to protect. So early settlers, when they came to this area, they named those goat prairies because of their steep, grassland. They thought that only goats could access those areas. But originally there weren't any goats here in Minnesota. But now they bring domesticated goats in to manage some of these goat prairies. They also actually have a bench at this overlook as well, so that's nice. I sat here for a good 15-20 minutes. It's time to move on. Alright, adventurers, back here at the car. Now, done for today. But this place was freaking awesome. Just some awesome overlooks. Those two at the very beginning were super dramatic. The one here on King's Bluff was amazing. You got to see the Queen's Bluff there with the protected ecosystem on it. The goat prairies. That was pretty awesome. It's kind of special. It's nice to get out here. I even took my jacket off when I got back to the car. Look at that. It's 56 degrees right now. It's amazing. It feels great. But yeah. So, Great River Bluffs State Park. This place is pretty awesome. Those, like I said, the overlooks were amazing. The trails were not great. I don't know. This place could use a little love. The road in here is a dirt road and it's pretty bumpy and kind of ugly. This place is great. I was the only one here this morning, but now there's a ton of people here. I saw quite a few on the trail on my way back, and the parking lot's full now. So, but yeah, what an awesome day. Well, thank you all for joining me. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll make sure to see you next Monday right here on Happy Trail Backpacking.